Good morning. What a beautiful day today is. In Puerto Rico, every day is almost the same, sunny and nice. You might consider it to be warm or too or hot, but again, you close your curtains in your house and turn on the air conditioner or a fan, or when you go outside, you dress appropriately. Maybe you have a t-shirt on, put on a hat, protect your head. Enjoy. Have a cool drink. So, as much as I'm talking about this, it relates to everything in that we have a degree of control over what we're doing. We just need to think about it. And we need, in the moments of consideration, to widen our perspective, to figure out what variables we have at our disposal to ameliorate conditions or situations or environments, to have them prosper in the direction that we wish them to be. And this is true with everything. So, having found a comfortable posture, or if not finding one now, what does this mean to you is that you feel relaxed and at ease. We are accomplishing a sense of calm, a sense of tranquility. We are finding ourselves being attentive to everything that we can, feeling our physicality, of course, because that's what I'm asking you to do. And you're being agreeable and listening to the words, understanding their meaning, and proceeding. Being aware not only of your buttocks if you're sitting, or your feet if you're standing, or your side or your back if you're laying down, but making a journey within ourselves, feeling the warmth that's emanating all around, feeling the surface of our body. Are we clothed? Or are we exposed to the air and feeling breezes and feeling the sensations on our skin, a slight tingling, possibly on our hair? What are we doing when we encompass as much as we can in our awareness, as we find it growing everywhere, as our receptivity increases? What is there that's going on that's interesting? What sense or senses do we share? We feel this warmth emanating from ourselves. Yes, of course. The action of our heart and our lungs and sometimes our stomach, muscular activity creates and is the use of kinetic energy. This translates into warmth, to thermal energy. Oh, we know that. But focusing upon it is one characteristic of several that we're going to acknowledge and take advantage of as tools to help us further our focus, our sense of concentration, because this is about meditation and mindfulness. First and foremost, we need to cultivate our practice so that we, in a sense, are like a bird building a nest. We need to find ourselves in a comfortable posture so that the rest unfolds. So you might say that we're building our nests. Another aspect of us doing this is not only being aware of the heat that's emanating from our body, but the processes that are doing it. So I mentioned respiration, breathing in and out, breathing long and slow and purposefully. I'm asking you to do this, please. Long inhales, gentle pauses at the top of one's inhale, a long If you like a sounded exhale, can be a low sound, a sound that allows you to feel the vibration of your exhale in your body. Of course, it's in your mouth and your throat, into your lungs, and from there it broadcasts and radiates into the rest of your body. So a long exhale, maybe using the word awe. Ah, and by no means does it need to be this loud. It can be under your breath where your neighbor or even yourself, you don't hear it audibly, but you feel it inside. And that is the key, to feel it inside. Also, our sense of circulation, feeling our pulse as the blood that we need to circulate is circulating because the heart is squeezing oxygenated blood into our vascular system, and also at the same token is squeezing the depleted oxygenated blood that is now filled with carbon dioxide back towards our lungs. So it's a simple process, both of them, and these two articulations of our physical being are more or less responsible for the warmth that emanates in our body. And they're also so crucially, primarily important for what? For our lives. They are inherently the most important things that we do. Taken for granted? Yes. Because they happen so many times. 15 to 20,000 times for breathing, 90,000 times for pulsing. It's a lot. It's easy to take it for granted. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to do anything else. We'd just be thinking about these two things, these two processes that are occurring. And yet, by paying attention, being receptive to these processes and how we feel them, how we come into a sense of receptivity and sensitivity to our own being, helps us focus and concentrate. That we don't go on all these different back roads or alleyways of thoughts, as in, what am I going to do later? Or why did that happen? Or, these kinds of things. We're focusing on our basic physicality. And why would we want to do that? Because this is the foundation upon which we build whom we are. It's not built on ego. It's not built on the circumstances in your life that are going on with your family or friends or co-workers or all these different things that we can think of in a societal, civilized way. It's the foundation that brings us to a sense of reality, from where we can begin to climb one step at a time. So we've come into a comfortable posture. We're in an environment where we're undisturbed. We're facilitating our comfort by being perceptive as to how our body is acclimating to the posture that we've chosen today, using the tools that we might use to help, be it a bolster, a rolled up towel, a rug, whatever it takes for you to find that comfy spot for yourself. You can just focus. We've been going over it the last several podcasts. Review them if you like. And we've taken the direction of heading towards our basic physiological foundation. We're aware of our body's thermal energy. We're aware of the rise and fall and the pauses in between of our chest when we breathe. We're aware of our pulse circulating through our body. We're aware of places where we feel this. We're not feeling it necessarily simultaneous in all the places the blood is circulating, but we can highlight places Could be behind your eyes, or could be in your cheeks, or could be in your fingers, or could be in your feet, wherever it might be. Could be in your chest where your heart resides. It could be whatever, you know what I'm just saying? We're following all these different processes, and we're losing or have already lost any thought about extraneous and random thoughts that we don't want to be part of our meditation. One last tool to add to our arsenal that we've already created, in a sense, or taken advantage of by remembering, because this is happening all the time. These are always at our disposal. 24 hours a day, we can recollect and we can come into a meditative or mindfulness posture, even if it's mental. It doesn't have to be a physical posture, to correlate and to have a sense of perspective that gives us the ability in any situation to broaden our perspective and make better decisions. What's that last one that we're looking for? It's a culmination of everything that we've just been going through. Underneath your skin, the texture, the warmth. Underneath, the process of breathing, the process of circulating, the process of what? The process of life itself. Feeling deeper, down, around, through, everywhere. A trembling, a quaking, a simmering inside, a shimmering. This is what we're talking about. We're talking about the vitality of one's life force. Feeling this now. It's a concerted effort because it's happening all the time. If you're breathing 15 to 20,000 times and you're circulating blood by your heart squeezing 90,000 times, how many times in a day are you vibrating? Millions of times. You don't take any regard to it. You need to focus on it. You need to concentrate on it, to believe that it is existing. At least I did. It took me a while to realize it. It's there. It's real. It's the real deal. You are the real deal. You and I are bundles of miracles. All of these aspects, processes, as individual processes or as a composite being in a Homo sapien. Bundles of miracles. And what we're building is a means to broaden and widen our perspective so that we can culminate this into a greater sense of awareness about everything. Because where did we come from? It's one of the 5 W's and 1 H. Where? We came from the past. How? Another one of the H of the 5 W's and 1 H. How did we do it? Through evolution. Our DNA is evolution when our mom's egg and our father's sperm join together and create a new human being. This is the beginning of another step in evolution. Realizing this is another broadening of one's own perspective. Meditating and being mindful about this. Feeling one's pulse, one's heart. Feeling one's breath, one's lungs. Feeling one's shimmering majesty, one's body, alert and alive. And take it away. This is now your practice. This is now everyone's time to be mindful. And play, be curious, be playful. Plant seeds of virtue in your heart and in your soul. I'm going to call it a day today. I don't want to do it too long. Okay, we've been doing a couple 20-minuters. We're going to cut this one short. All right. Namaste.